And how young is he?
Super young.
22.
Yeah. He's living on the edge. He don't know shit. You see him?
Right.
He's a jolly idiot. They say ignorance is bliss. That motherfucker's a retard.
So, it's official. Travis Hunter's marriage is done for, and he's spiraling hard. But here's the twist. The divorce isn't even the jaw dropper. Before he could catch his breath from losing the woman he swore he'd spend forever with, boom, another bombshell landed. Out of nowhere, her shiny new engagement pics popped up on Instagram, dripping with diamonds and drowning in "congrats" comments. And no, this wasn't some cute throwback to their old engagement. This was her flaunting a brand new ring from none other than his own Jaguars teammate. That's the gut punch that left Travis wrecked. Now the streets are asking, who's been playing who here?
I don't do homewrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want them to me. So I ignored them until he was.
Was Leanna running a game with rules Travis didn't even know existed? And the biggest question, can he bounce back from a hit this brutal? For all the latest messy twists, make sure you subscribe to Juicy Reel. You don't want to miss what's next. What's really lighting up the internet right now? This bombshell leaked photo set of Leanna and Travis's own teammate. It's been tearing through Reddit threads and private chat rooms like wildfire. And get this, it dropped just before 7 p.m., prime time for maximum eyes and maximum chaos. The first picture, Leanna in a fitted white silk dress, glowing like she just won the lottery. The second, his teammate, down on one knee, mid-proposal, looking like he's starring in some romance movie. The third, a picture-perfect kiss, framed so the diamond on her finger hits the light just right. No caption, no explanation, just raw shock factor, because Leanna is still famously married to Travis Hunter, and that man in the photos was absolutely not Travis. The comments went crazy. Some friends tossing her, "Congrats," and "wishing you the best," while others slid in shady digs, hinting she'd left a toxic situation.
You ain't never had no girl, so why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all.
Then you had the messy ones saying, "We been new," and "y'all just finding out." That's when it hit everyone. This wasn't just gossip. This was proof. She'd moved on and she wasn't hiding it anymore. And here's the part that'll make your jaw drop. Insiders swear Travis found out the exact same way we all did, by scrolling online. No heads up, no warning, just a digital slap in the face. And when he saw it, sources say he completely snapped. The next morning, he dragged himself into the Jaguars facility, late, and looking like the whole world had just caved in on him. No smile, no fist bumps, no small talk. Travis walked right past the cameras like they weren't even there, stormed into the locker room, and went straight to that teammate's stall. Witnesses say it wasn't some quiet man-to-man, it was yelling. And not the "how could you" kind, it was "how long?" That one detail says it all. Travis didn't seem shocked that something went down. He was shocked at just how deep the betrayal ran. No punches thrown, no shoving. But the volume was so loud, people outside the room froze mid-step just to listen. Within the hour, Travis was gone. Skipped team meetings, didn't suit up for practice. And by that same evening, his Instagram looked like a war zone. Unfollowed half the roster, the teammate's fiance, and even the head coach. Then came the midnight Instagram live. Hoodie up, no lights. Dead silent for nearly a full minute before he finally spoke in a low, broken voice. "You think you know people, that's all." The comment section went wild. Snake emojis flooding in, the teammate's name spammed nonstop, fans begging for the full story. But Travis just stared into the camera, blinked a few times, and ended the stream without another word. Clips hit the internet within minutes, and you can see it. The man is crushed, eyes red, face trembling, looking like he's seconds away from a breakdown. This isn't just heartbreak. This is soul-cracking pain you only survive once in a lifetime. And just when it feels like it can't get any worse, oh, it does. And nobody saw this part coming. For the next chapter in this wild saga, make sure you're locked in. Subscribe to Juicy Reel so you don't miss a single twist. Now, here's the curveball nobody saw coming. Word on the street is Travis and Leanna, who are supposedly done with each other, might actually be expecting a baby together. No official announcement, no gender reveals. Just months of online whispers claiming Leanna's already a few months along. And then a blind item drops, hinting the two are keeping it hush-hush because their relationship is way too messy to handle the public heat right now. The tea gets hotter. This A-list athlete's estranged wife is allegedly pregnant, but there's zero celebration because his lawyer is demanding a paternity test before the divorce papers get pushed forward. And just when you think this is all behind-the-scenes drama, Travis and Leanna pop up online posting a cutesy video together. "Come with us to adopt." A kitty splashed across the caption. At first glance, it's harmless. Two people sharing a sweet little moment, adding a furry friend to their family. But scroll down into the comment section and the vibes shift quick. Some are cooing over the kitten, but others are side-eyeing the timing hard. Questions flood in. Is this just for the cameras? A distraction to cool the gossip? Suddenly, what looked like a simple pet adoption turns into a full-on debate over whether it's love or calculated PR. Fans flooded the comments with messy takes. She was just crying about not wanting the relationship. Now they're buying a cat? And so, who's getting the cat in the divorce?
Going on, gang. If we didn't give we'll let you crash out, but from one player to the next, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man. There's no reason why she commenting on another page, NBA with her eyes and the money tongue out. That's your fiance. Wake up, young brother. Fiancés don't move like that. I ain't never had one of my fucking girls ever lay next to me in the same crib as me under another page, leaving her eyes with the money tongue out.
That last one clearly set Travis off because he actually clapped back, "Believing that rumor is crazy, LOL." And that's the thing. Travis always had Leanna's back, which makes her betrayal cut like glass. Getting engaged to his own teammate before the ink on their divorce papers even dried, that was the hit that sent him spiraling. But just when you think the story's maxed out on drama, it gets worse. Old footage started resurfacing, and suddenly the red flags everyone ignored are in full view. Like that post-game celebration last season against the Titans, Leanna skipped right past Travis and hugged that teammate first, before even looking at her husband. Back then, people joked it was just team mom energy. But now, not so funny. Or the charity gala, she arrived solo, beelined straight to his table, and didn't leave until the cameras disappeared. Teammates noticed. A former player turned analyst claims the whispers started months ago. Says that after practice, this teammate would linger around, saying he was waiting on a ride. That ride? Almost always her. And here's where it gets downright suspicious. Just 2 weeks before their engagement went public, that same teammate locked in a multi-year contract extension with guaranteed money. Right after that, Leanna's social shifted. Fewer pics with Travis, more cryptic captions about new chapters, and finally choosing happiness.
When God gets ready to make you a great woman, you'll know He's going to make you great by how you suffer. The greater the glory, the more intense the story. Because you can't get this
Now the big
all
question
out.
on everyone's lips, did she wait for him to lock in that fat contract before making it official with the teammate? The timing's got people side-eyeing hard. And honestly, the rumors about Leanna creeping behind Travis's back have been swirling for a minute. Just last year, a different blind item dropped. And it was messy. It claimed that everyone knows the significant other of this A-list athlete calls him a cuck when he's not around, and that she'd been trying to hook up with a much older, beyond his prime rapper. That blind item was never confirmed, but it didn't exactly shock the fans either. If anything, it made people believe Travis and Leanna's marriage was doomed way before they ever walked down the aisle. It didn't take long before internet detectives dug up photos and videos of Leanna in seriously questionable situations. And here's the kicker, all of it happened while she and Travis were already dating. For Travis, watching this play out online was bad enough. But it got worse. Much worse. He became the punchline of every simp joke out there. The cautionary tale guys get told when someone warns. Don't get played like that. His name turned into shorthand for how not to get scammed in love. And that's when Bo Wow, who's been living a pretty quiet life, decided to jump in with some blunt marriage advice. In a clip now making the rounds, he tells Travis to wake up, see the truth, and protect himself because Leanna's just using him for money and status. He wasn't playing. You can feel the seriousness in every word of that video. Now that Leanna's betrayal with Travis's own teammate is out in the open, all those old shady clips are resurfacing, and they're hitting harder than ever. But then came the final straw. Leanna herself dropped a TikTok that felt like a confession wrapped in a performance. The failed marriage, the looming divorce, the whispers about affairs, all of it hanging in the air. The video showed her sobbing uncontrollably while a dramatic motivational audio played in the background. Within hours, it racked up over 1 million views. The comment section? A battlefield. Some worried about her mental state, others hyped her up like she was breaking free. But plenty were straight up calling her out for what they saw. Sympathy farming. People weren't holding back. One blunt comment read, "Why you crying? You cheated." Another said, "She's running her exit plan already." Dozens more grilled her, firing off hard questions and demanding real answers. But here's where it got even messier. Leanna started deleting the heat. All the tough comments vanished, leaving only the ones cheering her on. That's when the internet collectively raised an eyebrow. Things weren't adding up. The vibe shifted from pity to suspicion, and whispers of, "She's hiding something," started trending. Then Travis went live on Instagram and dropped the confirmation everyone had been waiting for. And suddenly, every piece of this puzzle clicked into place. When Travis hit that Instagram live, you could feel the tension through the screen. No filters, no background music, just him sitting there, eyes locked on the camera, like he'd been holding this in for way too long. And then, in a voice so calm it was almost chilling, he said, "Everything you think you know is worse." The comments went insane. Question marks, fire emojis, people begging him to spill it all. But instead of giving a full play-by-play, Travis pulled out his phone and started scrolling. One by one, he flashed receipts, old texts, blurry screenshots, tagged photos that fans had never seen. Some of them showed Leanna in places she swore she'd never been, with people she swore she didn't even know. The biggest shocker? A time-stamped video clip from months ago. Leanna at a luxury resort on the exact weekend Travis thought she was visiting family. And guess who was right there with her? That same Jaguars teammate, smiling, comfortable, like they'd been together for a while. The chat exploded. "We knew it! OMG Travis! This is wild!" In seconds, Leanna's name was trending again, but this time with hashtags like "planned all along" and Team Travis. Travis didn't cry, he didn't yell, he just ended the live with, "Y'all can put the pieces together now." And with that, he vanished from Instagram. No posts, no stories, no nothing. The internet is now in full detective mode, digging for more. Because if this was just the first wave of receipts, everyone knows the real storm is still coming. The moment Travis vanished from Instagram, it was like throwing gasoline on an already raging fire. The internet went wild. Fan forums lit up with fresh theories. TikTok went into overdrive with breakdown videos, and Twitter threads started connecting dots nobody even knew existed. Screenshots of Travis's receipts were paused, zoomed in, and dissected frame by frame. One freeze frame showed a hotel lobby camera still, clear enough to make out Leanna and the teammate checking in together. Another screenshot had a dinner bill from an upscale spot in Miami, signed by the teammate, but with a two-person order that definitely wasn't just a business dinner. And then there was the one text message that had everyone's jaws on the floor. A simple, "We're almost there," sent to the teammate at 2:13 a.m. Leanna hasn't made any public statements, but her social media tells a different story. Comments locked, posts disappearing one by one, and her last upload was a cryptic black and white selfie with the caption, "Some things aren't worth explaining." Meanwhile, sources close to the Jaguars say team meetings have turned icy, players avoiding eye contact, coaches keeping tight-lipped, and rumors swirling that the locker room is completely divided. Some are riding with Travis, others, not so much. And here's the kicker. Insiders claim there's still more proof out there, stuff that could end careers and blow up more than just a marriage. But so far, Travis is keeping that card close to his chest. For now. The question is, when he finally plays it, will it be payback? Or total destruction? Thinking back. All those moments when Leanna would casually say Travis wasn't her type. The slick little posts, the late-night DMs that disappeared before anyone could screenshot, the whispered phone calls to strange men in the middle of the night, they all hit different now. And here's the curveball. Leanna is supposedly pregnant. Fans are asking the million-dollar question. Does Travis take her back? Or does she walk away with half of everything he's worked his whole life for? This is where the drama stops being just messy gossip and starts hitting the game itself. Multiple insiders claim Travis's agent has been working the phones with other teams, exploring trades before the season even starts. Losing him wouldn't just be losing a starter, it would rip the heart out of their defensive scheme. And inside the Jaguars' locker room, the players have drawn their lines, and most of them are riding with Travis. Even NFL players from other teams are liking anti-teammate tweets, which in league culture is basically a public call-out. But the most damning twist, a local beat reporter swears Leanna's engagement post was calculated. She allegedly timed it so Travis would be at a charity event, surrounded by cameras, so the moment would be immortalized. Pure humiliation on purpose. Now, the real question is brutal. Did she and the teammate cross the line months ago? Or has this been an inside job from day one? Until someone in that locker room talks, all we're left with is that haunting image. Travis Hunter, hoodie pulled tight, sitting in the dark, watching the woman he built a life with slip a ring on another man's hand while the entire world watched. For every twist, every leak, and the next chapter in this wild saga, hit subscribe to Juicy Reel so you don't miss what comes next.